Hey everybody, welcome to a new week, and this is your video of the week. Let's get at it. Cruising down, we are closing out KPI analytics, key performance indicators. They are critical to your work and then also your brand story. Now, the next week we're getting into, you're doing an infographic and brochure for your client. Very important, I want to make sure I say this clearly. You have an infographic and brochure, not or. You're doing both. And the two videos of the week are by design. The first one is Ivan talking about how to create infographics. There's different hierarchy to infographics, information sharing, figure out what's best for you to communicate for your client. Infographics is usually rolling page. It's something you use more on social media platforms for marketing. So that's the first element you're creating. The second element you're creating is a brochure. And I also have that as your second discussion question this week, is Maddie and Joe will talk about how to create a trifold. I'm looking for a trifold brochure. One of the things you find like at a doctor's office or maybe at a college campus fair where it's folded 3 times and you have a front, a middle, you use both sides. I'll show you a couple good examples so you can see what I'm looking for. That's the work for this week. Now, I've got great examples. I tried to give you examples of the same company from the same team so you can see how they connect. So the first one is Cascade Primary Direct. We've talked about them before. They're a great team. Now, this was their infographic. You can see the way an infographic is displayed. They wanted to do a 3-tier information sharing, also pricing. This I felt was right on the line of almost too much content, but it was really a good information tool. I think how they did the scaffolding of it really made sense, and it didn't come across as text shock. Now, the other one they did was the brochure. And the brochure, this is the trifold. It folds here. This is the front, and this would be the back. This one is also very well done. If you ask me, I think their infographic is better than the brochure, but both are satisfactory. Now, we'll have a Valley Bed and Breakfast, another team you've seen work from before. This is their infographic, Why Choose Us? Really nice picture choices, not too much text, not too much like in your face. And then their brochure was this one. Now, if you ask me, their brochure was better than their infographic. I think it has a nice color, Pantone. I like they have quotes and they have just enough bolded information. It flows nicely. And then finally is Frankie's Flowers. Here's Frankie's infographic. This is good content, good information. I always like a QR code that sends me one step further. And then the brochure is here. And this is very well done. So you can see that you're doing both. The juxtaposition of what you're going to do for either, and hopefully you find that helpful. Now, I would be remiss, we are into the much meatier section of assignments that goes to your client that they can use tomorrow. And the next week upcoming, you have 2 really, I would say, heavy lifting assignments. You've got a call to action video. Here's some examples. This is all open to you if you want to work ahead and look at this. And then also you have a mock website you're doing. So even though you only have the infographic and brochure this week, you might want to jump ahead because these are 2 tough assignments. And then we get an experiential marketing. The pace is going to pick up. At any time, if you have any questions, reach out to me. If not, I will do another video next week to share with you the website development and call to action.